How do you make it sound so good? What the hell? How do you do like the bit in the middle of playing
I thought you were trying to sneak.
No, no!
What am I fucking...
Yeah, how do you do that?
It's just, I'm just playing the 5th fret of the A string. And then I slide up to the 7th fret.
That sounds cool.
And then I go back down again. And then end on the C, so it's... It's just a little filling
That's
section.
Cool.
Thank you, man.
I didn't know you...
I was just jamming.
That sounds familiar.
It's Stairway to Heaven. I love Led Zeppelin.
Do you know, I started learning on the ukulele. That was my first instrument I played.
It's kind of a jam.
If you want to learn to play the guitar, learn the ukulele first. And there's no better place to start than with the Tubbo moment ukulele.
Yo! Thank you! Yeah, See, I never actually got any of my own merch. The only one I have is this product sample where the top isn't finished.
The what? Oh, you've only got the product sample.
Yeah, I've only got the sample. I never actually got one of my own.
Have you asked for more yet?
No, but I'm lazy, and it's horrifically out of tune.
You should just ask.
I mainly play the baritone one. That's the only one I've got that I play regularly.
She asked me, son, when I go old, would you buy me a house of gold?
No.
Maybe, I'll think about it.
I'll stop there then.
Wait, so how did you do the thing where it was like... Wait.
He went up the string.
5th fret on the A string.
Which is the A string?
Yeah.
I've got the baritone ukulele.
He slid up the fret.
Oh, on the E string.
Wait.
The highest one.
Okay. So...
And then you slide up to the 7th. And then you go back to the 5th. So 5 slide to 7, and then 5 again. That's all it is.
Wait, what the heck?
I've had a guitar since 7th grade, and I've touched it like 8 times.
Oh!
There you go.
That's awesome!
Yeah, it's just a little fill. I mean, you can do loads of things like that, Tubbo. The best thing to do is to learn the scales. and just basically, if you know all the scales, you can just play whatever. Like what's the scale for C? It's like, well, like, there you go. That's that. Fuck. Yeah, just learn your little scales, and then you can play any little filling between.
So C, E, G, right?
You just played the beginning of Sex Cells, the chorus of Sex Cells there, just by accident.
What? How?
Play those 3 notes. I've been scared. Using those 3 notes, you can play most songs.
I'm too much of a fan of the. Wait, the.
Do it then.
I'm figuring it out now. See, I should have stayed learning the ukulele longer because I got a saxophone impulsively and then decided to do that.
Oh,
But saxophone's sick.
saxophone's lame, bro.
I
What the
disagree. I think
fuck?
it's awesome.
Instruments that play chords are the best.
Yeah, but I can play Megalovania on the saxophone now.
True.
And if that doesn't make it worth it, I don't know what will.
I'm surprised you guys can hear me playing the ukulele through my Mac microphone.
It's quite loud. I'll let we hear everything.
Yeah, it does. It does like have like some of the distortion when you play loudly, which is funny. There it is.
Through mostly vacant streets, a baker from the outskirts of his town. I can only sing that song with an American accent. Earns his living peddling sweets from a ragged cart he dragged around.
Sound like a southern dad.
The clever fox crept close behind, kept an ever watchful eye for a chance to steal a ginger spice cake or a boysenberry pie.
What?
What? It's a tale of caution, Tubbo. Do you want to hear it?
Boysenberry.
Yes, what is the
Okay,
caution?
this is called The Fox, the Crow, and the Cookie. It's a tale of caution of how to not be greedy and to take what you're given. Ready? Through mostly vacant streets, a baker from the outskirts of his town earned his living peddling sweets from a ragged cart he dragged around. This clever fox crept close behind, kept an ever watchful eye for a chance to steal a ginger spice cake or a boysenberry pie. But looking down was the hungry crow. "Wah! When the time is right, I'll strike and condescend to the earth below. Take whatever treat I like." The moment the baker turned around to shoo the fox off from his cart, the crow swooped down and snatched a shortbread cookie and a German chocolate tart. Using most unfriendly words that the village children had not yet heard, the baker shouted threats by canzonet to curse the crafty bird. "You rotten wooden mixing spoon, why you midnight winged raccoon, you better bring those pastries back, you no good burnt black macaroon." And so Tubbo and Sneeg and Rombu,
Don't be a
the crow swooped away with all the treats, despite the fact that the fox was the one that fooled the man, right? How crazy is that? That's not fair, right? Because the fox was the one who did all the distracting, and then the crow took it all, right? So anyway, the fox approached the tree where the bird was perched, delighted in his nest. He said, "Brother Crow, don't you remember me? It's your old friend Fox with a humble request. If you could share just a modest piece, seeing as I distracted that awful man." This failed to persuade the crow in the least. The fox rethought his plan. "If your lovely song would grace my ears, or to even hear you speak, would ease my pains and fears," the crow looked down with a candy in its beak. "Your poems of wisdom, my good crow, well, what a paradise they bring." This flattery pleased the proud bird so he opened his mouth and began to sing. Now what happens if you're holding something in your mouth and you start to sing, guys? Come
Spit it
on.
out.
Uh-oh.
Falls
like
out
I
your
can't.
mouth, doesn't
You
it?
drop
But
it.
the crow, he just wanted to brag, so he goes, "Your subtle acclamation's true. Best to give praise where praise is due. Every rook and jay in the Corviday's been raving about me too. They admire me, one and all. Must be the passion in my call. My slender bill known through the escadrille. My fierce commanding claw. Now you guys know what happened to the snacks. They all fell out of the tree. All of the snacks that he'd stolen from the baker all fell out of the tree. And you know what the fox did? He grabbed all of the treats and he ran away. He's a crafty fella, that fox. But you know what? Serves the crow right. You know, he should have been modest. Should have stayed humble, king. Should have stayed in his lane. You know. He was posting his social blade on Twitter. You know, he wasn't in his lane. So anyway, the crow in his sadness, he looked at all of his treats he just lost, and he leant back and he lamented upon himself. Oh, I've got a walnut brownie brain, and molasses in my veins, crushed graham cracker crust, my powdered sugar, funnel cake cocaine. Let the crescent cookie rise, these carrot-covered almond eyes will rest to see my cashew princess in the swirling marble sky, who'll rest upon the knee where all divisions cease to be, a root beer float in our banana boat across the tapioca sea. When letting all attachments go, it's the only prayer we know. May it be so, may it be so, may it be so. Oh. Now we all learned something.
What the fuck?
We all learned something from